Thank you very much. Let me welcome you to MedZone African Motives. So in today's presentation, I want us to look at Consumer Studies Grade 10, NOS, Term 3. That is that. So the topic that you are going to look at is adaptive clothing, natural fibers, textile blends, and choosing a textiles. So that is that. So adaptive clothing for people with disabilities. Adaptive clothing uh, with people who have disabilities. So that is that. What is adaptive clothing? That is very important. What is adaptive clothing? So as it says, adaptive clothing is specifically designed for people that helps people with disabilities dress more easily, comfortable, and independently. So that is that. We are saying adaptive clothing is specially designed clothing that helps people with disabilities to dress more easily, comfortable, and independently. So, for example, a person who uses wheelchair may wear trousers with higher back so that they fit comfortable while sitting. So that is that. So, like it says, uh, it helps people with disability to dress more easily. So I am talking about this to dress more easily. So this means that adaptive clothing reduces the effort needed to put on or remove clothes. So that is that we are saying this means that adaptive clothing reduces reduces the effort needed to put on needed to put on or remove clothes or remove clothes. So that is that. For example, a shirt with a Velcro instead of buttons is easier to fasten. So that is that. Also, we have said, um, it helps dress comfortable. It helps dress what? Comfortably. So, meaning to say, the clothing is designed to prevent discomfort. It means that the clothing is uh, designed to prevent discomfort. It's designed to prevent discomfort. That is that. So the clothing is designed to prevent discomfort, pressure, or skin irritation. So that is that. For example, soft cotton trousers are comfortable for someone who sits in a wheelchair for long periods. So that is that. Also, it helps people dress independently. So it helps people dress independently. So this is what uh, we are talking about. It helps people dress independently. So meaning to say, adaptive clothing allows people to dress without relying on someone else. For example, a jacket with a magnetic buttons allows a person with arthritis to dress alone. You see, that is that. So it also says it is made to suit people who may have difficulty dressing because of physical disabilities, injuries, or medical conditions. So that is that. That is all about that. About what adaptive clothing is all about. So now let us come to the features of adaptive clothing. Let us be on features of adaptive clothing. Features of adaptive clothing. So the first one is special designs. Special designs. Special designs. As it says, clothing is designed to make dressing easier. So that is that. Special designs make clothing easier to wear and remove. So that is that. Then we have examples that are given. Wider neck openings. Wider neck openings. So larger neck openings make it easier to pull clothing overhead. So we are saying larger neck openings. Larger neck openings make it easier. Make it easier to pull clothing. To pull clothing over the head. Over the head. So that is that. For example, a wide neck t-shirt helps someone with limited arm movement. So that is that. Also, another example is side openings. Side openings. That is an example that we're given under special design. Side openings. So with side openings, we're talking about clothing opens along the side instead of only at the front. We are saying clothing, it opens along the side. Opens along the side instead of only at the front. Instead of only at the front. So that is that. For example, we can talk about side openings trousers, make dressing easier for wheelchair users. So that is that. So also another example is longer back panels for wheelchair users. So here we are talking about the extra fabric at the back provides comfort when sitting. We're talking about extra um, fabric, extra fabric at the back. At the back provides comfort. Provides comfort when sitting. When sitting. So that is that. For example, wheelchair users wear trousers with high back to prevent exposure. So that is that. So another example is elastic waistbands. Elastic waistbands. So with elastic waistbands, that is when we talk of elastic stretches to fit the body without using buttons or zips. So that is that. So we are saying elastic stretches. Elastic stretches. Elastic stretches to fit the body. To fit the body without using buttons. Without using buttons or zips. So that is that, for example, elastic waist trousers are easy to pull on. So let us move on, good people. So now we are on suitable. We are on suitable, sorry. We are on suitable fabrics. Suitable fabrics. So as it says, adaptive clothing uses fabrics that are adaptive clothing should use fabrics that improve comfort. Should use fabrics that improve comfort and movement. That's what we are saying. Uses fabrics. I say adaptive clothing should use fabrics. Use fabrics. Use fabrics that improve comfort. That improve comfort and movement. So that's what we are talking about. So like we are saying, adaptive clothing use fabrics that are soft. So soft fabric reduce skin irritation. Soft fabrics reduces what? Skin irritation. So that is that soft fabrics reduces skin irritation. Reduces skin irritation. For example, a cotton is soft enough for people with the sensitive skin. So that is that. Also, comfortable. Adaptive clothing use fabrics that are comfortable. That are comfortable. So comfortable fabrics can be worn for long periods. Comfortable fabrics can be worn, can be worn, can be worn for long periods, can be worn for long periods, can be worn uh, for long periods. So let's start. Can be worn for long periods. For example, a babu pajamas are comfortable to sleep in. So let's start. Stretchable. Adaptive clothing uses fabrics that are stretchable. So stretchable now. That is when we're talking about stretchy fabrics make movement easier. So we are saying stretchy fabrics, stretchy fabrics make movement easier. Make movement easier. So that is that. For example, a knit leggings stretch when walking or bending. So that is that. Also lightweight now. Lightweight. So light fabrics do not feel heavy on the body. Lightweight do not feel heavy on the body. Do not feel heavy on the body. On the body. So that is that. For example, lightweight cotton shirt is comfortable in summer. Also, we can talk about breathable. Can talk about breathable. So with breathable, that's when you're saying fabrics allow air to circulate and keep the body cool. So that is that. We are saying fabrics allow air to circulate and keep the body cool. And keep the body cool. So that is that. For example, cotton clothing helps reduce sweating. So that is that, good people. Let us move on. Let us move on. So now we are on examples. We are on examples as we are given cotton as one of the examples. Example, cotton clothing helps reduce sweating. That is what you know. Cotton, that is when you talk of soft cotton. That is when I say cotton clothing helps reduce sweating. So that is that. For example of suitable, we can talk of also babu. So babu, we can talk of soft, absorbent, gentle on the skin. So examples, we can talk of babu socks for people with sensitive feet. Also now we have soft knit fabrics. Soft knit fabrics, that's when we're talking about flexible and comfortable. For example, knit tracksuit for easy movement. So that is that. Now we have easy fasteners. Instead of difficult buttons or zips or adaptive clothing, we may use a Velcro. We may use what? Velcro. So Velcro sticks together when pressed. Velcro sticks together when pressed. That is that. So, for example, shoes with Velcro straps are easier to fasten than shoelaces. So that is that. Also, we have magnetic fasteners. Magnetic fasteners. So magnets close clothing automatically. Magnets close clothing automatically. For example, a magnetic shirt closes without buttoning. So get me straight there. Like I said, magnets close clothing automatically. Automatically. Like I have said, a magnetic shirt closes without buttoning. That is that. Also, we have large zips. So large zips pulls are easier to grip. That is what we are saying. We are saying large zips pulls, large zip pulls are easier to grip. Easier to grip. That is that, for example, a winter jacket with a light zip can be opened easily. So we also have press stance. So with press stance, that press stance snap together with light pressure. That is that. As you're saying, press stance snap together, snap together with light pressure. Snap together with light pressure. So that's that. For example, a baby jacket with press stance is easy to fasten. Then we have elastic waistbands. We have elastic waistbands. That is that. Elastic waistband. So with elastic waistband, elastic we know allows trousers or skirts to be pulled on easily. So that is that. For example, it looks with pants with an elastic waistband. So that is that. So now let us move on to clothing choices for people with disabilities. Clothing choices for people with disabilities. That's where we are now. So when choosing clothing, consider the following. Physical comfort. Physical comfort. So clothing should be soft. Soft fabrics prevent irritation, we know. Soft fabrics prevent irritation. For example, cotton t-shirts feel gentle against the skin. Also, the clothing should fit properly. So clothing should not be too tight or too loose. So that is that. A properly fitted trouser make walking easier. That is that. Allow movement. So clothing should not restrict body movement, should not restrict body movement. For example, a stretch fabric helps people bend and reach comfortably. So that is that. Not irritate the skin. Clothing should not irritate the skin. Smooth fabrics help prevent rashes as well as pressure sores. So that is that. So let us move on. Be on safety. Like we have said, when choosing clothing, you are to consider also safety. You are to consider safety. Clothing should not be too loose. Loose clothing may change on equipment or furniture. For example, loose sleeves could get caught in a wheelchair wheels. So that is that. Avoid long coats. Avoid long coats. So that is that. Make sure that you avoid long coats. So, meaning to say, long coats may become a tangled or cause falls. A hook strings that are too long can be dangerous. That is that. Reduce the risk of falling. Clothing should not drag on the floor. So, a correct length trousers prevent dripping. That is that. Protect the body. So, clothing should protect the skin from injuries or weather. A warm jacket protects against the cold weather. So, that is that great details. Now let us move on. Then we are on appearance. You also should consider appearance. So appearance, people with disability also want clothing that looks fashionable. So people with disability also want stylish clothing. So that is that. They will also want a denim jacket. Also match their personality. So clothing should reflect a personal taste. A person who likes bright colors may choose colorful shirt. That is that. Boost confidence. Looking good helps people feel positive about themselves. Wearing a smart outfit for an interview increases confidence. That is that. Also, you should consider convenience. You should also consider what? Convenience. Clothing should be easy to put on. Clothing should require little effort to wear. Require little effort to wear. Is that uh, a front, for example, a front opening shed with a Velcro. So that is that. Also, convenient clothing should be easy to remove. Easy to remove. The garment should come off quickly. That is that. Require little effort. Simple design save time and energy. So that is that. So again, you are to consider easy care. Easy care. Clothing should be machine washable. Clothing should be machine washable. Clothing should be easy to wash in a washing machine. Like cotton shirts can usually be machine washed. That is dry. Dry quickly. A quick drying fabrics are ready to wear soon now. That is that. Require little ironing. Some fabrics they smooth after washing. So we can talk of cotton uniforms need less ironing than pure cotton. That is that. Be durable. The trophy should last a long time. The durable school jersey can be worn for several years. So that's what we mean. What we mean. So let us end our presentation here. So in the next presentation, we're going to do natural fibers. So we're going to do it on the next presentation. So thank you very much for your time.